Hi, this is Saint Jerome of Crypto Experiences, bringing you yet another crypto experience. And we're going to throw a little precious metals and little stocks in today. So it's about 2:30 in the morning or 3:30 in the morning, and I started seeing the stock market was crashing. No, how did this happen? Look at this bear. Yep, the S&P was down, the Nasdaq was down. It's like, oh my gosh, it's scaring everybody. The 401ks, they'll recover tomorrow, won't it? I hope so for people. Uh, but I don't know. Well, phew, at least cryptos are okay. Wait a minute, the bear says. Hold my beer. Maybe I should say bear. Not you too, crypto. Oh, dang, this is crypto experiences and it's tunneling down. Yeah, first thing I did is after I saw the stock market was plunging, I went right over there and checked those old cryptos. And at one time, I was seeing like everything was 20% down. The best one was Bitcoin when I looked, and it was 12% down. And we did a little recovery, but yeah, it's still very, very red today. The ones that did the best were the stable coins, USDT. Not my favorite coin for reasons, but yet it's the highest valued one on the market cap. Now, to be honest here, I am looking for a couple small trades on Caleb and Brown, and I'm using USDT to stabilize it till the market gets done crashing. So anyway, crypto's crashing. Oh my gosh. So, well, let's go to our safe haven. Let's go to our safe haven. This one never. Whew, at least the precious metals are safe. What is this behind me? You don't tell me gold and silver fell too. Gads. Silver, which is highly, highly undervalued. It dropped down to 27 something lately. So it was up there 32 range. So yeah, pretty good, pretty sharp drop. I heard listen to a podcast, it was over 5% today. Dang, in one day. Well, gold, it dropped too. Well, let's see what we got now. We got stock market crash. We got the cryptos crash and the gold and silver cash. Where do you put your funds? This is not financial advice, but I think precious metals is not a bad place to park it for short term. It's going to go back up. Um, I know people who have stable coins in a place like Caleb and Brown, and they're waiting for the market to crash, the crypto market to crash even farther. Some people are saying that there's a crash right now, really steep one, and then there's a little bit of a recovery, and then it gets really steep. So some folks are sitting on XRP at 20 cents with a trade on Caleb and Brown. So, and then other cryptos too, like Litecoin for like 35. So it fell from the 70s to the 50s today. It almost it came close to the 40s. So stock market, yeah, also why did the stock market crash all of a sudden? In our dollar super strong? I mean, it's been strong and like for a long time now. Well, I'm not a stock market guy at all. Had a few mutual funds back in the 80s, but I'm long gone out of those. I saw that going in to eventually this kind of place. I thought precious metals was a much better place to park things at. And then the cryptos come along, and I was like, oh, goody, something else to play with a little bit. So, but yeah, this is what I heard this morning. A Nino Rodriguez, David Rodriguez, podcaster, he podcasts on YouTube and multi channels, Rumble, YouTube. He calls it Fluff Tube because he can't say certain things, but he can say things on Rumble, and also he's got Nino's TV, Nino's Corner TV. I forgot what it's called, but you can get that for if you want to listen to him and get a little bit uncensored information. Well, he had a guest on there. It's on there a lot. He's very knowledgeable and took part of the crashing the Russian ruble back at that time period. He was part of that whole thing. Well, we're getting a little bit of crashing of the U.S. dollar right now. So anyway, why did our stock market crash. This is not a recent photo. It's just a photo that I found that get to simulate the Nikkei going down. Well, it turns out, according to this guest on Nino, that the U.S. dollar and the yen are tied together. And so he's been saying for a couple of months that when the yen falls, you're going to see the U.S. dollar have problems. The market in the United States is much bigger than in Japan. So it's going to take a while to ripple through the United States and cause some issues. That's one man's opinion, actually two man's opinion. I kind of have that same opinion too. Now, a long time ago, there was a minister that worked in Alaska on the pipelines. He gained the trust of the elite in the oil companies, and they told him everything they had planned for years ahead. And they always said gold and silver was the only real money. Well, we got cryptos now. They didn't have cryptos back then. Bitcoin came out after that. And Lindsay's go-to guys in the elite, both of them were the CEOs of major oil companies. And I'm not sure which ones they were, petroleum products. But they told Lindsay that when you see the euro crash, we've got about 2 weeks. And so I've always remembered that. I always remember Lindsay saying that if it's written on a piece of paper, it's worth about a piece of paper. What about crypto? Is it written on paper? I don't know about that, but this is kind of what's going on in the market. So now I want to talk about some other rumors I've been hearing and just kind of throw that out there on you. Again, one man's opinion is that we're going into a crash and it's going to have ups, but I think it's got to continue bear market. Then I think we're going to have a pretty good sharp increase. I don't know if it's going to get to the heights before. Then I believe some things are going to happen and it's going to crash way down there. So I one man might park some of their cryptos into some stable coins and just kind of hold on. I'm a hodler though at heart, so I still like to hodl because I believe that the whole crypto market on the good coins are going to come up. My God, there's like what 27,000 crypto coins I think I heard the other day. There's not that many great ones, and these are the ones I've mentioned before that I like. I think Bitcoin still got a use to save value. I like Litecoin for transactions. XRP and XLM are going to be most valuable for moving currencies between countries. Matter of fact, really hearing that the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, plus about another 77 others, they're moving to their own currency that's going to be, they were going to try to back at 100% by gold, but now it's going to be about 40% backed by gold. I believe also commodities, and then maybe a basket of different currencies inside the BRICS organization. So we are no longer on the gold standard, and we are no longer on the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia denied us any further contract, and they made a military deal with Russia. Now our deal was you make everything, all your oil only can be bought by U.S. dollars, and we will protect you with our military. But now that deal's done, and now Russia's military protect them. Maybe one reason why some Russian warships came in really close to our waters not too long ago. So, what else is causing the crash? There's Middle East is heating up. Good night, Iran and Israel. Yeah, that's scary stuff. And then there's still, those rumors of Taiwan and China. So that's leading to a lot of this FUD, right? And what is FUD, they say? One man's opinion, I have expressed this many times before, we have a fiat currency that's backed by nothing. And I believe it's going to go down to nothing. So I believe one man's opinion is soon to be worthless. So tangible things could be that one tries to hold. And I throw crypto into tangible also myself. So you might want to be parking some stuff to the side. And I've talked about be prepared for a crash. I'm hearing 3 different possible scenarios. Last one's really scary. One is we're going to have very bad troubles for a month, maybe 2 months. That's a good scenario where the dollar is going to crash down. There's going to be food shortages and just different things, but we will recover. And we're going to bring out a new currency that's going to be back similar to BRICS. We have was backed with gold. Right now, it's not backed with gold, but I've been hearing rumors that we have a lot more gold than we say we have. So, but first, you got to get rid of this note before you can go to that new note. Heard a lot of rumors for years about that, matter of fact. And then also, so after we clear out the FUD on all areas, especially in crypto, what's the FUD? So fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Uh, I want to discuss some rumors on just different things I've been hearing. I'm just going to throw a lot of stuff out here. Okay. So be ready. We'll take a little trip down Rumorville. Here is some rumors I believe are probably true. This one was in the headlines the other day. Warren Buffett unloads 3.8 billion uh, dollars or shares. Honestly, I'm not sure. Of I think it's dollars of BOA stock. BOA is Bank of America, and I've just heard the rumor mill that Bank of America is they're short on silver, and they're not going to be able to cover the silver. The bank's short silver so they can keep the price down. If the price of silver ever goes up and up and up, a lot of banks are going to go out of business. So when you short silver, you use a lot of derivatives, and those derivatives are just little pieces of paper. So when everything hits the fan, those little pieces of paper, they're going to disappear, and you just got left with the actual commodities like silver and gold. Then I also heard, and this is a crazy one, that JP Morgan is going to let people, Jamie Dimon of, isn't that a cool name if you're a rich guy? Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan said that JP Morgan is going to accept XRP for paying down credit card debt and for paying mortgages. What? Wasn't he the anti crypto guy? But he's going to take XRP. I've made a couple of videos that I do believe that XRP and there's four other currencies. One of the next ones I like is XLM. They're going to be used to move deals between different countries. And I believe XRP is one that is going to be the most heavily used against governmental aid states. So I heard Russia was messing with this, and the BRICS are starting to take XRP in as their way to um, transmit payments to each other back and forth. So that's one. I think that rumor is true. So how come it's diving now? Maybe it's a rich man's game and they're driving the price down, then they're going to scoop it up. That's what they like to do. Oh, as I look at the list I wrote down today, it looks like Bank of America has the second largest bank, is short of $1 billion, 1 billion ounces of silver and 40 million ounces of gold, I guess. Dang, that's a lot of precious metals, and that's a lot of bucks tied up in that stuff. And if you're shorting those and you can't produce the metals, if people demand the metals, you just may go out of business. That's not my headset. That is the headset of Jim Willie. I have seen Jim uh, for several years now, and he has some inside sources, and he's a doctor, Jim Willie. He's very, very good in math. So he's a statistician more than anything else. And he has come to the conclusion that, gold and silver are going to go way up. And he also is saying, let me pause a second. Some of the things he's been saying, he says XRP will be very, very big, as we just said, too. The USA is going to suffer big inflation when Trump gets in. Another interesting thing he's brought up is there's going to be a silver cartel, and these countries for sure should be in it. Mexico, Peru, Chile, and China will be in that too. China and India are just building solar panels like no get out. It's unbelievable. I heard that China covered a whole mountaintop. I think it's India's got the biggest solar field ever. Then we also talked about how different states are they're putting in so much solar that it's going to drive out a lot of the food being produced, and we may see a lot of food shortages because of that. I heard Jim talk about Ohio, but I'm here in the communist state of Illinois, and they are going up all around us. Lots and lots of solar fields going up. So, and what's going to drive those solar fields, people? If you want to get in on it, silver. They all take lots and lots of silver. So, a lot of different things there. So that silver cartel could put a high value on silver. And if people like Elon Musk for Tesla, or the solar panel, all other solar panel people, all tech has silver in it. They're going to need to get their silver. And Jim brought up another interesting point that it's not just silver, but all of those solar fields got to be connected to the electric wire system, right? Copper is going to surge too. I didn't think about copper. You go to coin shows and you see these little copper bullions, and they're selling them as like they're silver or gold, but they're only 1 ounce of copper. It's like, psst, copper, you know. But you know what? One day those little ounces of copper might be the poor man's silver at that point, when silver might get in the hundreds of dollars category, where copper might be in the tens of dollars at least. Wow. You can get a big brick of copper for not too much money still. But yeah. Then another man that I'll see if I got a picture. Well, before I leave Jim Willie, I'll just give a little plug for his newsletter. You can get that on goldenjackass.com. And it is a hat trick letter. And boy, he has some inside information. I've been subscribing for a little bit now, and I can hardly wait and look forward to greatly to getting that newsletter. I think it's roughly 110 every 6 months, but in my opinion, it's worth every little bit to get that inside information like that. And the man on the left is prolific in his being on different kind of podcasts. Andy Sheckman, the CEO of Miles Franklin. They are a very good company. If you do decide to ever go with Miles Franklin, give a little mention that you got your direction given to you by St. Jerome and Crypto Experiences. So I get a little credit on it. On the right side there is Zach Rector. I used this photo once before, but Andy has been saying lots of things, and I will look. So Andy says there's a 600% increase in silver demand. Uh, and he's also saying, let's see, yeah, also solar is killing the food supply. And I'm hearing that there is a Silicon 2 uh, giant area going into Northern Virginia. You're going to have Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Facebook there, and they all need theta, and they need theta, and they all are going to be run by AI, and the AI requires 8 times more energy than just a normal search. So AI needs a lot of silver, and Andy Sheckman saying the supply is dwindling down fast. Um, it's still right now, the crazy thing is there's less and less silver, but if you can get it, it's the cheapest you're going to get it. It's just unbelievable. So, not financial advice, but silver is still a bargain. I know everybody says it's been said it's going to go up for years. It's got to go up. It has to go up because of the tech, and that's right around the corner. As soon as it does go up, you'll see a lot of balloons pop. Are we soon to be like Venezuela or Weimar Germany? Here are some Venezuelan bolivares. They just run down the street, just blow down the street. The kids and people make jewelry out of them because they're just absolutely worthless to use as currency. In Weimar Germany, um, you could take a gold coin and buy an entire city block. Wow. Now, I'm also hearing from different podcasters that the housing market's crashing now, and they believe that the homes are going to drop by at least 40%. So if you've got some cash laid on the side, some hard assets, you might be able to take advantage of this. A lot of people went broke in 1929, and a lot of people killed themselves because they just lost everything. But you know what? A lot of people made money too because they had money laid and assets on the side, and they got in and scooped up a lot of property and stuff. And that can happen again. A lot of people can lose their houses when you have to have so much equity in your house, and if it crashes 50%, and you're supposed to have a certain equity level, they can foreclose on you. It's not fair, but that's what can happen. And one more little crazy fact I picked up lately is guess which generation is buying the most gold and hoarding the most gold? It's not the baby boomers. They think the dollar's going to go forever. I is one. It's not the millennials. I think they got a bit. It is Gen Z. Wow. they might be buying gold backs. That's perhaps. I do have a link down below for some gold backs from Defy the Grid, especially if you want to use a credit card. They don't charge you anything for a credit card. A lot of places now will charge you, especially bullion dealers, charge you 3-4% if you use a credit card. But at Defy the Grid, they do not if you buy gold backs. They do if you buy other things. So I've done videos about gold backs. They are 24 karat embedded bills done in a fantastic way. So if you go to goldback.com, you can find out more about them. And Defy the Grid, like I said, is a good deal. What else will we? Well, not financial advice, but some people are going to wait and buy the dip. Now, the trouble is the timing. Do you buy it now? Uh, One man's opinion, but this is not financial advice, is I think it's going to go down farther. And even after a little raise, it's going to go down farther again. So I personally am setting quite low on a couple things. I am setting low on XRP. I have a buy down there at a very low price. I mentioned about the area before. I get how do I get my advice? I take a lot of information in, like I said before. Cliff High has a lot to do with his little web bots that go and scour the internet for language. Future Forecasting Group, they're remote viewers. They have a lot of different advice. Those woo-woo people, which I don't like to put a lot of stock in, but yeah, some of them seem to get some inside stuff things going, and then a lot of people who are just on the inside in the financial world. And I put it all together, and I make my own decisions. Have they always been good? No, but not bad, not bad overall. Like that, I did some videos on the dog coins I got. I got Badow. That thing's horrible, right? Divvy's not looking so hot. I did a little Divvy. And Salt maybe should have go good, but yeah, those are three big losers that I've done. But I also bought Doge when it was under a penny, so that was good. So some of the speculation coins I'm doing like right now aren't doing very good in this last crash. So if you want to buy the dip, a good place to set up some trades, not financial advice, is Caleb and Brown. They are in Australia. Caleb and Brown is an exclusive team of world leading cryptocurrency brokers. They have a tendency to choose better coins. They have a lot of coins listed, but they got more of the top coins. You can do a trade for as low as $500. I know that's not low. It's not low in my budget, but you can do that by yourself on the portal. Or if you need more help, if you get around 2,000 or higher, which that's not this guy, you go through a broker, and no matter what, it's free to get on the site, and it's free to sign up. And you can jump in anytime you want to. You get a broker who will help you with things, and there's no charge for the broker. So I said this before, like you sell $2,000 in a trade, you have a $2,000 trade, they're only going to charge you $70 for that. That's 3.5%. So if you use my link down below for Caleb and Brown, you will get a permanent 3.5% rate. I have that same rate. I got that from Bitcoin Ben years ago, but now I've got that same rate. I had a problem. I got hacked on my email about 2 years ago, and they were very good on shutting down my account right away. And then I had to go through a lot of steps to prove who I was, but I was okay with that. I didn't lose anything. So thank you, Caleb and Brown, for being professional as you are, like that. So good place if you want to buy the dip, get some crypto. One man's advice, I think the precious metals are still good, and you might want some of those little green rectangles around. I think when things crash, it's going to be a while before, when people's ATMs don't work, credit cards don't work in a store, that does cash will be king for a short amount of time, I believe. So I talk about survival money. So those three areas, you want your better cryptos, you want your precious metals, and especially silver. I think it's got more upside. And then you also want some little green rectangles or fiat currency. Well, please hit like and subscribe. Sorry, my video is a little bit hodgy-podgy today. I want to get something out during this crash, though. And my Lord, the internet just blew up this morning on all the crashing news. So I do want to do some more videos with some Litecoin Summit stuff still. I'll work on that when I get a little time. If you have any requests, let me know. I had a request for Divvy a while back. I'm just not gonna do anything for Divvy right now. It's stuck, and I don't even want to deal with Divvy like that. Oh, a little word of warning today is 8-6. But if you have any coins in the Olive wallet, which I did recommend before, you need to get them out. I think it's by August 23rd. And so if you go to their site, you can find out how to do it. Now, I think there's a new coin flip wallet. So maybe they're just getting rid of the Olive wallet and they're having a coin flip wallet. It's the same company that does coin flip ATMs. Um, but anyway, if you got anything in Olive, get it out soon. Well, thanks for watching today on the podcast, and I appreciate your patronage. Um, I don't make a lot of money on anything I do. It's under $10 so far. That's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? But it's a lot of fun on doing the podcasting, and I know a lot of people now. I've been in crypto long enough, especially I met a lot of people at the Litecoin Summit. So, and some of those photos been coming out and been talked to them too. Planning an interview with Bobby C. Lee in the near future, the CEO of Ballet Wallets, and I want him to talk about his early experience with Bitcoin because him and Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, his brother, they both got into cryptos very early. All right. Well, thank you for watching the channel and get your assets moved somewhere safe. Good luck with everything. Not financial advice on any of this today. Goodbye.